Binance and FTX are going head-to-head, and Solana partners with Google. This is your Altcoin Buzz news. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody Buffington. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop our latest content. As always, this is not financial advice, and we wish you the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Now, let's get into the news. Bitcoin has started the second week of November with FUD in the market, but before we get into that, Bitcoin has reached seller exhaustion levels that you'll want to know about. The Bitcoin seller exhaustion constant chart shows the last 7 times Bitcoin has reached the point of exhaustion. 6 out of the last 7 times it was followed by upside. We can see the other times it happened throughout the years and the upwards price movement that followed soon after. We also had Bitcoin close its highest weekly candle yesterday, just under 21K, the highest since mid-September. We also have midterm elections this week and CPI numbers that come out on Thursday, with an estimate of year-on-year inflation numbers to be at 7.9%. That's 0.3% less than the month prior. If those numbers come out lower, then we could see a rally in the markets, and if worse, we could see a sell-off. We'll keep you up to date this week on everything that happens, so make sure that you're subscribed. And now for the top story of the weekend that is still playing out in real time. Binance CEO CZ and FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried battle it out on Twitter. This all started when a leak came out with the numbers from Alameda Research. Alameda is a quantitative trading firm and one of the biggest crypto whales in the space. Founded by Sam in 2017, Alameda Research basically is an FTX subsidiary, which had $14.6 billion in assets and $7.4 billion in liabilities last June. But when taking a closer look at those numbers, they suggest that much of the firm's assets were made of illiquid FTX tokens and Solana-based tokens. This development casts doubt on the firm's ability to repay its debt if required, since many of these tokens are down over 80% from all-time highs, and other tokens they hold make up a large amount of their market, meaning if they wanted to sell them, they couldn't get the full value of the token because as they started selling, the token's price would tank. Therefore, the value that they say they have isn't what they could realistically get for it. FTX's FTT token also makes up the largest amount of Alameda's assets at $3.6 billion, with $2.2 billion in loans using FTT as collateral. This led to people saying Alameda and FTX are insolvent as they wouldn't be able to repay the loans if they were asked to. And here's where Binance comes in. This Sunday, Binance's CZ tweeted, as part of Binance's exit from FTX equity last year, Binance received roughly $2.1 billion USD equivalent in cash such as BUSD and FTT. Due to recent revelations that came to light, we've decided to liquidate any remaining FTT on our books. We will try to do so in a way that minimizes market impact, and due to the market conditions and limited liquidity, we expect this will take a few months to complete. This obviously caused a stir in the market as everyone then expected the FTT token would be tanking as Binance plans to sell hundreds of millions of dollars of the token. The price did dip for a little from $25 down to $22 before stopping. Interestingly, on-chain data trackers detected wallets associated with Alameda Research sending $66 million of stablecoins to FTX soon after, potentially to absorb the token sell pressure. Alameda CEO Caroline soon after came out saying that the balance sheet everyone was discussing is just a subset of the entities and that they have a little over $10 billion in assets and hedges that are not shown here. She also mentioned that they've returned most of their loans by now. Alameda CEO then tweeted at CZ saying that her trading firm's financial condition is stronger than what was reflected on the balance sheet and that she would buy Binance's FTT token at $22 each in order to minimize the market impact. CZ tweeted that liquidating their FTT position is just post-exit risk management, learning from Luna. If you remember the Luna collapse, Binance was holding on to billions of dollars of Luna, which they lost the entire amount of because they never sold. He then goes on to say, "We gave support before. We are not against anyone, but we won't support people who lobby against other industry players behind their backs." This is referring to the lobbying that Sam has been doing in politics to position themselves better ahead of Binance. Sam admitted to having been a significant donor to both sides of the political spectrum ahead of the 2022 elections, saying he's been supporting constructive candidates across the aisle to prevent pandemics and bring a bipartisan climate to DC, and working with them to support permissionless finance. It appears the PTSD of Three Arrows Capital, Celsius, and Voyager this year triggered a lot of people using FTX as many pulled out of the exchange. There was a 95% drop in the exchange's stablecoin reserves in the last 2 weeks. FTX currently holds 26 million in stables, the lowest in a year. It seems as if Binance may have accepted the deal with Alameda to sell their FTT tokens this morning, as we see millions of FTT tokens being sent to the FTX exchange. As for FTX, even though stablecoin and Bitcoin outflows have been large, the exchange has been allowing all users to withdraw from the platform, not stopping other people like others have done in the past. This story is still unwinding as we speak, so just be extra careful in the following week. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. Google Cloud is now working with Solana to bring the blockchain node engine to the Solana chain next year. Google Cloud will allow users to launch a dedicated Solana node in the cloud while also indexing Solana data and bringing it to BigQuery, a fully managed serverless data warehouse, making it easier for Solana developers to access historical data. This was big news for Solana this weekend as the token rallied 16% after the announcement by Google. Unfortunately, it soon after dropped right back to where it was under the pressure tied in with the Alameda FTX insolvency concerns. That's it for your Altcoin Buzz news update. I'm your host, Cody Buffington. Thanks for watching.